All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first flagship of OP16 here on the official Bandai account. We are going to be now tuned into the start of the new meta. We're going to be. We just saw in round one, Doflamingo, excuse me, Rosinante versus the likes of the very own Black Yellow Teach. And we saw Rosinante come out on top. Rosie is going to be an incredible threat so far. But now we're going to be hopping into one old guard and one very new one. We're going to be starting with the likes of Purple Enel. The one that was the most dominant in OP15. The deck that only has 6 Dawn and almost as many regional wins underneath its belt. I believe it won 5 or so, 4 or 5. I kind of lost count. The deck was an absolute menace. The only thing that was able to keep it in check was the likes of Blue, Yellow, Nami. A lot of people believe that deck should be hit by something, or at the very least, very much hoping that other decks could come into the picture now in OP16 and vie for that throne. And one of the decks to do it is on the counterpart of things, Blue, Green, Luffy. That is a deck that is Impel Down oriented, and it's going to have a lot of small characters. They're going to spam across the board to rush you down and end your life before you can set things up. Very importantly, though, we should note, Enel did go first, so they're going to be able to set up their ideal curve. It's really nice for Blue, Green Luffy to actually go second because you're going to put down a lot of cards like this. The new Bond Clay Mr. 2, which says that when you play it down, you're going to draw a card, and we have a Dawn attached. You can become the same power as the leader on the opposing side. So it's going to be really nice to be able to rush them down early. But Enel is already looking at 3 Dawn here. And we're going to assume we're going to get some swings in early, as Enel likes to do. We're about to minus some Dawn here, get some leader effect going, exactly. And maybe even, ooh, not going to use our immediate swing here with Pudding. Instead, we're going to play down a Frankie. Newer-ish addition to the deck of Enel. That's going to allow us to trash a card from hand like he did, minus a Dawn, and draw 2. Normally, minusing a Dawn is something that you don't really want to do in a lot of decks. But when it comes to Enel, he thrives in the situation because the minus Dawn is what he's going to set up for stuff later. But we know a lot about Enel. If we're going to take a look here at Blue Green Luffy, we're going to see a 5 swing into life. The first swing coming out of Blue Green Luffy, the first of many, absolutely. It'll be interesting to see if Enel wants to play defensively at the beginning because they know about the aggression coming out from Luffy on the other side of things. They're considering countering, and they're going to just go ahead and use Malmaragan. Might as well. Literally basically a free 1k counter that also is going to draw you a card. And we're going to play down the new 4-cost Ivankov. Already got the alt art there. Very well done there. That's going to allow him to get an Impel Down card from the top 3 cards here. Take one from his hand. Deliberating on the 2k there of prisoners. Of the prisoners of Impel Down. He's going to grab that, and he's going to have the opportunity now to play down a 2-cost from hand if he happens to have one. And he has another Bond Clay, grabbing him another card. So this is what's so crucial about this deck. The fact that those 2-cost bodies, when you play them down, they let you draw a card. You get starting to get an advantage quickly here. And we're going to see our first. It would be a 5k swing, but because we have the Dawn attached, it's going to buff us up to a 6 and just pass in the turn. Pudding definitely can be utilized here against Mr. 2. Mr. 2 is only a 1,000 power character, so if you want to just swing into that little, what they're called, weenies, on the board there and take it out, that could be a pretty advantageous thing for us to do. Considering options. Enel always has a plethora of cards at his disposal, and he's going to be playing down the big man himself. The secretest of rares, the 6-cost Enel. Play it down, minus a Dawn, and look at the top 5 cards, and you could take any of them and put it into your hand and just put the rest of the bottom. You don't even have to reveal it. there's no, oh, make sure that I'm not cheating here to your opponent. You could grab whatever you like, anything that suits your fancy. There's a plethora of options that Enel could take, which is partially why this deck is so skill based in its makeup. He gets something like a Mamaragan to rest down another Mr. 2 there in order to swing into it. Not a bad call. He could just get stuff to set up for later game. Well, instead, we're not entirely sure what he grabbed quite yet. We're going to see Dawn loaded up onto the pudding. And Ashura coming down too. I like that a lot because the Ashura is going to immediately exactly swing into the Bond Clay. 2k into the 1. We'll see if we want to protect that or not. Honestly, the design behind Shura is really, really nice. A lot of other decks, I think a lot of people have appreciation for its makeup. It just happens to be in the best deck in the format, so people might not be as happy about it. And now we're going to be putting 4 Dawn onto the pudding. She can swing 6k if she would like to. As they're shown on screen, you could buff some things up here with an L Thor, or even pop out the body of Mr. 2 with an L Thor here as well. From the early matchup spreads I've seen so far, this does seem to be favorable for Enel here. We're going to use our first 3k event here. It's also a restand event that if you have all... This is the amazing thing that Blue-Green Luffy can set up for. It's a thing where if you have all different named characters on the side of your board, 5 of them, then for 1 Dawn plus 7, so 8 total, you can essentially restand all of your characters after they swing. A lot of the different Blue-Green Luffy decks have decided to... Some decide to keep it in, some decide not to. And it looks like this is what his deck is built around. And oh my gosh. We're losing our Mr. 2 immediately. Brutal start here for Blue-Green Luffy. Our early pressure has been all but wiped off the board. And now you're just looking at, what do I do here? That Mamaragan was just so nasty. I mean, like they were shown on screen, if you have like a buggy, a 5-cost buggy, you can make something happen. We're just going to swing into the Frankie for a 6, and we're going to let that go on the side of Enel. Don't want to waste any of our card advantage to make that happen. And he does have a buggy. Interesting. So this could allow him to draw 1, trash 1, and play out the Prisoner of Impel Down that we saw him grab earlier in the previous turn and play that out. And on the opponent's swing, once per turn, he can activate an ability that allows him to put a blocker or make the Prisoner of Impel Down into a blocker, which is I love it so much. Buggy's one of my favorite characters, and so the flavoring of him just being like, all right, you go, I'm gonna hang back here, you can take care of it, is just, it's amazing. It's so good. I think the flavor in this set is absolutely beautiful. So really well done there. But even though he's going to be able to put some more characters onto the board here, he's still looking down a 10,000 power body plus the Hand of Enel. So we'll see how this turns out. We're going to see a 5 into the 4 here. That's immediately 2k'd out. No hesitation. Blue-green Luffy players, they're snappy about it. And we're going to play down, we're going to choose to go tall on the side of Enel. Play down another 6 cost here. And oh, I see 2 Mamaragans there. You can grab a Mamaragan. I think that is also a Gamma Knife for the 2 cost on the left-hand side that I see there as well. We could grab that. Consider our options here in this top 5. Or another Enel even as a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what he grabbed there, but I don't think it was a Mamaragan or anything. Whatever he grabbed, I'm sure it was juicy. So, now, we're going to be trashing a pudding from our hand for the sake of searching out. We're just going to be able to use our leader effect. Load up Dawn onto, it's going to be another pudding and just get another 6k into the 4k. Would have costed 2 cards to get out of that, and that's just too pricey. So do that and a 10,000 power swing. Supposedly, Blue-Green Luffy is the more aggressive deck. But he's also only at 1 life while Enel's at 4. So things are not going quite according to plan here. As we're also going to see a pudding play down, we can search out one of these events that we have. And the top 4, it's going to be a lightning dragon. So in case some bodies do turn sideways, he's like, well, they're going to stay that way, buddy. As it makes you minus a Dawn, and you can freeze a 6k power or less character. So, Luffy, we are not smiling happy on our side here. This is already looking drastic for us, to be honest. We have a total of, I want to say 6. This is only, what, 8 Dawn at our disposal, I want to say? Yeah. And going into our 4th turn of the game, we have 1 life. And 2 6k bodies on their side of things. We're going to start off with a 6k swing. And Enel can feel pretty dang comfortable taking that. And another 6k. We're going to choose to use our body here. We're not going to keep it up as a blocker for this turn. That could indicate that we're potentially playing down another buggy for this turn. I would also really like to see the Galdino utilized here. The new 4-cost Mr. 3 is just so good. It's one of the greatest SRs that we are seeing in this next OP16 set. I can see it also, the alt art, sitting the second to left card in our Blue-Green Luffy's hand. He might use that because that's able to stun a... There it is. Stun a... essentially a 9-cost or less on the side of Enel here, and he gets to draw 2 cards. He could even, honestly, do it again to the other Enel if he's really spooked. But I think we want to see a bit more advantage. We're going to restand 2 Dawn. 6 at our disposal. That is the elite ability of Blue-Green Luffy. Is as long they're showing right here. As long as you only have impel down characters on the field, then you can restand 2 Dawn. Okay, we're going to see a 6k swing here. I'd assume at life. I don't think it makes a ton of sense to try to remove the bodies here. And especially since our Enel player is considering countering out, that's probably not going to be at a pudding. And if it's at Enel, that is a terrible decision. The 10 cost, or 10k. Okay, and we're just going to take that. Put in another Ivankov. Okay. Get even more draw coming out of our situation here. And see what we can do. We're going to be grabbing another 2k. And do we have a 2 cost to play it out? Another Bon Clay. Another Mr. 2. He's forcing Enel to have yet another one of his Elthor. And he keeps the Dawn standing as well. To his credit, he's done really well to get back into this game. Now, there's still a 10 cost that is not stunned. So if I'm Enel here, to be honest, I'm just pressuring your life. I'm trying to slam you down. Or am I? Because, frankly, what Luffy is saying here, we already have 4 characters with different names on the board here. If we just put one more down this next turn, we can restand and basically go for the kill. We're trying to get this game done in like 5 minutes. We got a schedule to upkeep, apparently, over in Japan. So if you're Enel, thinking that could be the threat from Luffy, are you just planning on taking out one of the bodies of Luffy here so we can't really restand next turn? It's a lot to consider. Makes sense that this is the time we're taking the most amount of our opportunity here to contemplate what we have going on. We're gonna start with a 7K swing. I think at leader. Saying, please give me that event. I would like it, sir. Instead, hovering the Daz Bones and the Prisoner. It's going to be a 2K and a 1K out of that situation. All right. Drawing some cards here. Oh my gosh. Okay, Lightning Dragon's a little brutal. Not gonna lie, no restand here available now. Enel has a lot of Dawn left up at this point. Gonna draw another card from Avari. Avarie, how you want to spell it? I've heard varies of it. Give a +2 cost to Enel. Play down. Ooh. Oh, man. The Reiju. That's going to honestly dispel a lot of the aggression from Luffy here. It is a 4 cost, and since we have a lot of events in the trash, 7,000 power character. Technically, it's been buffed up to a 7 cost, but I don't think that's super relevant here. And we're going to be swinging a 6,000 power into, I'd assume, life again. We still have our Enel we can swing as well. And he's going to take it. Okay, 10,000 power swing. Dead Man's Game to buff us up to 9, and then 11. Okay, that gets us out. And we stunned the buggy as well. So we're honestly making it so that the restand event is... Wait! It's gonna... Restand gets past Lightning Dragon. Hold on. If we put down... Yeah, exactly. Even just a Luffy Searcher here, we have enough for the restand. You could see that the player right now on Blue-Green Reef is fervently shuffling through his cards. He sees the line. We have a lot of cards, though, on the side of Enel, so it's not guaranteed to go through. We're going to start with a 5. Oh my goodness. They also have a Reiju blocker here as well. This is going to be the turn that decides the game. 1K out. Another 5,000 power swing to leader. Rolling up our sleeves. Getting ready. We know this is it. We know what's coming. We have to counter properly for the side of Enel here. I think I see a Frankie in hand, which is a 1K. We could give that. We're hovering it in our hand. Want to make the right decision. Oh, we're just going to block. Is he trying to bait the all-in here? I think the all-in is going to happen anyway. It's going to be a 6,000 power swing to leader. We have plenty of 2K in hand. There's one of them. And here we go. Here's the restand event. Everything comes back online. So we're going to be looking at 5 now swings. If just 3 connect for Luffy, he's going to be the winner. But there's still so much counter on the side of Enel here. We put up 2 Dawn as leader. We're going to start with a 5. That's a gutsy move. I don't know if I like that or not. Just the 1. Another 5. That's the problem with the restand event. It's going to get you a ton of swings. But you can't really do big numbers unless you have big cards out. He's going to take this one. 6,000 power swing. I think Enel has the counter, though. We see Divine Departure in there as well as the Mamaragan. A 2K out. 7. He takes. Another 7? And the Divine Departure is going to be it. Wait! He won? But the Divine Departure, wasn't that enough to get him out of the swing? Gotcha.